No makeup day, for real, for real, for real. Did you see my face up and center? Every flaw. I'll be age 64, June the 8th, age 64. Born in 1961. No makeup. Good morning. Click on a link in the description. Click on a link in the description to read about me. Read my description, about me section. Because some people want to know about me, but if you click on the description and read it, the entire description or about me section, you'll know a lot about me without me even talking. And with well over 1,000 videos, you can watch some of them and you'll know all about great grandma Donna with 21 grandkids and 2 great grandbaby girls. But I thank God for waking me up to see another new day. I never knew what 63 looks like on me, but not bad. Working on my health, trying to eat better, but not what you call perfect dieting. Okay. But making some healthier food choices. But I think I look just fine for 63, almost 64. You don't see no pile of wrinkles. I don't have no special miracle gadgets and all this serum stuff that people put on. Only use Dove soap and just brush my teeth. And yes, I still have teeth. I don't have all of my teeth, but I still have original teeth. But when you're about 64, you might lose some teeth. I'm not quite ready to get the dentures yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still wanting the Lord to heal my mouth and put some new teeth in there. And let Jesus Christ be my dentist. I mean, ain't that too hard for God, right? Lord, you could put some new teeth in my mouth and shock even me. Good morning, Betty. Betty is the moderator. Oh, my gravy. I'm at work, y'all. It is the day before the Super Bowl parade in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. I know y'all can't believe it, because y'all rooted for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I love Kansas City Chiefs. I love Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, because he used to coach the Philadelphia Eagles. But you can't win every year. But I'm almost age 64. And God is good to me every day. He woke you up to see a new day, didn't he? Started you on your way. So you got something to thank the Lord for. Right? Nathaniel and Sherry Lolly. I know, I just I put this on Facebook. I just took some plain pictures, no smiling. You know how you just want to look at yourself and you say, where did time go? Where did time go? Time. Your eyes ain't all the same as when you was 5 years old. Might get some floaters in your eyes, might have some cataracts, might can't see as great as you did, or all the stuff comes along. I never had hardly any eyebrows, so that ain't nothing new. I used to be skinny mini macaroni, but I'm not that anymore. Hi, Lawie. Now, if y'all don't like looking at people that are over 60, then you might not like this channel. If you looking for somebody, a teenager in their 20s, this is the wrong channel, baby. It's the wrong channel. But if you keep living, you gonna get older too. If you just keep on living, you gonna get kids, grandkids. Maybe you'll live long enough to see your great grandchildren. And if you still got some looks left, praise the Lord. If you still got some teeth left, praise the Lord. But I thank the Lord for everything He's doing in my life. Take my hat off to the Lord. Take my hat off to the Lord Jesus Christ. And if you just click on the description link, you wouldn't learn about great grandma daughter with the big eyes. I love you too. Yes, I do. I love you too. I just had to do that this morning. Good morning, Island girl. I got my tea and my tequila cup. I have my tea and my tequila cup this morning, y'all. No makeup today. I don't feel like makeup, and I didn't feel like doing my hair. But I got some hot tea. This video should be about aging gracefully. Aging. But aging gracefully. Because some people don't even get to live to see age 20. So if you can live beyond 60, you already blessed. You feel me? Now this tequila cup keeps your stuff real hot. I gotta sip with caution because this is a good cup. And it's super hot. Now this is blueberry tea today. Blueberry tea. Because when you get older, you might need some tea in your life. I don't know about how much coffee. But you might need some hot tea in your life. Aging gracefully. That's what this video is about. Now, if you're real young, I don't know if this video's for you, but You might learn something by watching it. And when you get older, you might not be as fast as you used to. Might can't walk as fast, run as fast, jog as fast, but you make the most of each day. You feel me? Somebody was showing me a picture yesterday. Well, they had one of my bags that I purchased that had my picture on the front. And they said, "Oh, somebody just told me about you when you was in high school." Because I used to be skinny mini macaroni. And I was shy and quiet and didn't hardly talk to people. But I love my teachers and love school. And of course, I can't say I was a brick house because I was skinny. But I was nice looking. I still think I look all right. I mean, people say, well, you're getting older, she's not thin. No, and I didn't want to be thin. I prayed to be bigger. Okay? But most people, when they were 18 and 12 years old, you don't look the same way you looked either. Because if we can roll back the tape, we know you don't look the same way you look when you was a teenager. But anyway, I don't have a lot of wrinkles, and I do the best I can with what I have. So I think I'm all right. And I'm thankful to the Lord because it's more than just outer beauty. It's the inner beauty, baby. How you doing? And if you don't like plus size women, then look somewhere else. Okay? Hi, Joshua Gabriel. Hey, E. Just videos about aging gracefully. Good morning. And when you get to be 63, almost 64, and you still got some smoothness to you, isn't that a blessing? And you still could see, taste, touch, smell. Oh, it's a blessing, baby. You can still drive. I'm not driving Miss Daisy. Oh, why? And when you get your 60s, you know, some people say when you get a grandma, you can't do nothing no more. Well, I was a grandmother at age 37. I was age 37 and I was a grandmama. So, grandma still had fun, okay? I had me a couple boyfriends at 37. Oh, how you doing? Eagles win a couple days ago. I know, honey. And the parade is tomorrow. The parade. My son was going to Philadelphia today for the parade, but he said with a million people, my problem was a million people going to be at the parade. And they telling you to leave your car home, catch the train, right? My question was, where you going to pee at if you got to pee? And my boy Saquon Barkley's bringing a lot of chicken to the parade, but when you get that food in you and it's get the belly get to stirring up and you got to use the bathroom, where you gonna pee with a million people? And how you gonna get to the bathroom if they got a couple porta potties? What is gonna be 100 people in the line to get to the porta potty? You better put on a depend or a diaper or something, because how you gonna, and then you know it's people that's coming early the day before so they can get a ringside seat. Well, when it's 30 and 20 something degrees outside, how do you camp out overnight? And who's going to the bathroom? You gonna lose your spot? I mean, ain't no way in the world I'm going. That's right, Betty. You trolls gonna be deleted. Yeah, porta potties. But if you get out of your line or your place and there's a ton of people in the line, what if your bladder can't wait that long? Because you know, okay, it's a porta potty, but you know somebody else is waiting to get in there too. With a million people, there's a lot of people waiting to get to that porta potty. And if you got urge incontinence, you better put a Depends on. And don't get some of Saquon's Barkley chicken and your stomach get the bull and you got to do number two. Because something ain't going to go right. You feel me? Joshua Gabriel said, double tap the screen. No fussing and negativity, just positive vibes only. Tell him, Joshua. Tell him, Joshua. But this video is about aging gracefully. And because you get older, don't mean you can't do nothing. Don't mean you just washed up. You know, because I got, 21 grandkids, two great grandbaby girls. And I remember, like I said, I was a grandmom at 37. And people think once you become a grandmom or a grandpa, it's over. You can't kiss no more. You can't hug no more. You can't do nothing no more. You just over. Everything's over. And that's so far from the truth. You can do a lot of things you used to do. You got to take your time, but you could do a lot of things you used to could do. But I tell you one thing, I am tickled to be able to see my grandchildren and great-grandchildren. That's such a blessing to me. I mean, it's a blessing. It's legacy. It's the family tree. And I am tickled. Joshua said, right, Dada, I don't play trolls. I know that's right. Right on. High five. But anywho, I just wanted to do this video because we talk about all kinds of stuff, right? But I just wanted to talk about aging gracefully. And we got to try to take care of ourselves the best way we can. Make healthier food choices in your life. But if you don't got to starve, unless you an athlete, you got to count your macros and your carbs down to 50 grams, or I don't know, but you know what I mean. Great grandma thought they count no macros, okay, and carbs and all that. Ask Joshua. And Joseph Pollard. Joseph Pollard is not on here yet, Joshua, but Joseph Pollard, he made some potato soup. And I've been mad ever since he made that potato soup, because I'll tell you what, a man can cook. Woo! It makes great grandma happy. Oh, what a man know how to cook. Some potato soup, because honey, if I can get me some potato soup. Oh yes, baby. Oh baby. That's fun. But yeah, I always thought a man should know how to cook something. I know they expect women to cook, but a man can cook. I find that to be so sexy. Oh, it's so sexy what a man can cook. And a man could cook you something to eat other than a hot dog. You know, other than boiling a hot dog and you know how to boil an egg and you know how to put a piece of toast in a toaster. But I'm talking about when you know how to cook something. That's wonderful. Betty said my dad made the best potato soup. Child, that's what I'm talking about, Betty. If you could make some homemade, any kind of homemade soup, you is all right with me. Because, honey, I can take some homemade soup right now. Right now, child. My dad was an excellent cook. Yeah, I respect all men. Not that I don't, but I respect all men that really can cook something. I told my husband, you must didn't watch your mom. Because he ain't nobody's cook. I mean, he know how to put Eggo waffle in a toaster, but you ain't really cooking if you not put an Eggo waffle in the toaster and push the button, or push the button down to toast a piece of bread. Now he do know how to fry an egg and fry a hot dog or fry a sausage, but you don't want him to cook. Oh, he cooked from scratch. You know, that's the best kind of cooking. Hey, Derek. We talking about aging gracefully today. You youngins, if you anybody real young on here today, you're going to learn from those that are aging gracefully. Hi, Derek. Good morning. But I'll be 64 June the 8th. I don't want no makeup on. Ain't no time to try to look cute today. But I think we got to take our hats off to those older women and men that have a legacy with your family tree. You know what I'm saying? My mother's still alive. She has a legacy, and she tells us an awful lot of stories of what happened with her mom and my mom's mother and father, which I didn't know them. I didn't know my grandmother's mother and father. But my grandmother's has a brother that's still alive. Can you believe that? Not my mom, my grandmother has a brother that's still alive that's younger than some of my uncles. I said, how did that happen? Because my grandmother would have been over 100 if she was still living. And you know why? You know what happened back then? My grandmother's mother's husband had a chick on the side. Now, when he had to been up in his upper 60s and got a real young girl pregnant, and that real young girl had a child. You feel me? So that child, that's why that child is still alive. Because granddaddy was older, and he fathered a child with a real young girl. So that's why I have a great uncle. Great uncle or great uncle, I don't know. But he's my grandmother's baby brother. Can you believe that? So back in the day, grandpapas was doing stuff. You know, grandpapas was creeping too. You know, because back then, my mama didn't have to work, and grandmama didn't have to work, because the daddies back then, they worked and provided for the family, especially if you had a large family. You didn't have time to put all your kids in no daycare. Now, way back in the day, the mama was the daycare. The mama was the one that schooled her kids and cook hot meals for her kids and for the husband, and took care of the house and washed the clothes in a wringer wash machine back then, and scrub boards and stuff back then. Mama had to clean the house and get the kids to help and send the kids off to school when they was of age. Wasn't a whole bunch of daycare centers. So daddy was the breadwinner going out to work. See, my father died at age 42 from alcoholism, but my father always worked. My mama didn't have to work ever if she didn't want to. And she raised 7 kids. She had 3 miscarriages and 1 died when they was 3 months old, or that would have been 10 or 11 kids. And they didn't believe in a whole bunch of birth control back then either. They figured whatever, if I had a child, the Lord wanted me to have it. So Grandpapa had 13. I said, now when I got to my 3rd child, I told the doctor I ain't even going home from the hospital till you cut, tie, and burn my tubes. That was after the 3rd one. I thought it was painful and horrible to push kids out. It was just painful. So I don't know how people have 13 kids and tons of kids. Do you not feel anything? I mean, is everybody getting a saddle block? Is everybody getting their cootie numb? Because I got to feel all that pain. I'm sorry. So, but I'm telling you, grandpapas, you know, some of the funerals you go to your grandpop, and you see all these other kids or siblings you didn't know you had. Like, that's my sister. Well, where she come from? She didn't come from grandmama. She didn't come from papa. Where do these kids come from? Because grandpapa's got... They said I didn't go to my Uncle Lawrence's funeral, but they said Uncle Lawrence had a 12-year-old child there by a white woman, and she was only 12. Grandpa Lawrence was in his upper 70s. How'd you get a 12-year-old? What? You know what I'm saying? They was doing stuff on the side. And you know the kids gonna pop it up. Lord, what was y'all doing while Baba home raising the kids and Papa out? You know, Papa was a rolling stone. Doom, doom, doom. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. I know he had a home with Mama, but Papa's was Rolling Stones too. They had found time to creep. You figure Mama home with all them kids, she ain't got time to come and figure out where Papa at after work. You know, they had happy hour, but their happy hour was something else on it. Oh, Lord. I'm just saying. But I know this show and this channel today is about aging gracefully. But papas, y'all papa, you granddaddies out there, I know y'all still can kick it. I know granddaddies out there can still kick it. Great granddaddies, any granddaddies listening, I know y'all can still kick it. And you know, as some grandpops get older, grandpops, I'm talking to you grandpops, some grandpops as you get older, and you don't want to realize that you're getting older, you start getting ponytails, you start getting rings in your earrings in your ears, and you start trying, if you 69 or 79, you trying to go get a 29-year-old. And then you going to pump her, and there you go, got a little baby that you rarely going to see grow up. But you trying to get your swag back and your juice back because you know what I'm saying. You want to stay young at heart as long as you can. But you supposed to do death till you part with your wife. If you got a wife, that's the person been with you with the good and the bad and the ugly. You don't supposed to trade her in for some young PYT, pretty young thing. And that pretty one, that young thing don't even want you except for your money. Because ain't too many 29-year-olds with no 79-year-old and you poor. Because she ain't staying with you. She only with you for what you got to offer her. And she might make you feel good as you getting older. There's this one girl with this guy, he 90. And he knew he didn't have a lot of time left. So he got with this is something I know about. This young girl, I mean young. We talking about only like 19 and 20. And he 90. He said, I just wanted a few good months with somebody that make me feel good temporarily till I die happy. Looking at a young girl. And I guess that's the way he wanted to leave this earth. With some PYT staring at him. And he didn't care. She could have his money. But he wanted a little happiness for some young girl. And that's what some men do as they get older. Trade in your wife you had forever for some PYT to try to recapture some of your youth. But you gotta have some money because they ain't fooling with you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't fooling with you if you ain't got no money. You get no honey if you got no money. But me personally, I don't worry about all that stuff no more because I don't live for my coochie. You know what I mean? Whereas I gotta keep trading my husband in for a younger man. I mean, come on. I'm not gonna go get no 30-year-old. You can't keep up with them. I mean, I get it. Cher is what, 77, 78 now, and Cher got a 30-something-year-old man, a black man at that. And what I heard is she wear him out. I don't know which kind of pills and serum she on, but she got the juice. So some people can hang like that. As they got older, they got better. Hats off to you if you get better sexually, but as you get older, I don't know about thinking about how much sex. I mean, you can, but just try to keep yourself up to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But as we age gracefully, you don't have to quit and throw in the towel and give up on life. What you say, Sly? When I'm 80, I'll still be doing my fine. Oh, really? You gonna be still doing your fine? Mm-hmm. You gonna be still. But this video today is about aging gracefully. And how old are you, Sly? And how do you feel as you getting older? And do you feel like you gotta have somebody 20 years younger than you or 30 years younger than you feel like you a man, or do you accept aging gracefully? Or you gotta, because some guys when they get 40, they gotta go get their ponytail, their earrings, and hat to the back, and all that stuff. Oh, you only 19? Oh, you a baby. You need a belt. Play all your behind. Well, this ain't no video for you. This ain't no video for you. This is a video for people aging gracefully today. I talk about various topics. You feel old for your age. How can you even think to feel old? At 19, when I was 19, I think, gosh, I could fly, skip, jump, climb trees. Seriously. Because I was like a tomboy. I went into the boys. I was climbing trees, and I had fun when I was 19. I had all the energy, and I was still skinny mini macaroni. Oh, I had plenty of energy. When I was 19, I don't know nothing about feeling old for my age. That didn't happen to me. Wow. Ain't that something? I ain't got none of them stories. You are obviously making the most of it. Yeah, you make the most of every day God gives you. Make the most of it. And I got 21 grandchildren, 2 great grandbabies. I am proud and excited to have that legacy in my life. And even when I was 13, I remember saying I wanted 3 children. That's what I got. I wanted a white house with a white picket fence. You know how you sitting on the porch when you're kids and you looking at cars and say, oh, I want one of them cars when I get older, or I want that and I want this. And that's what the stuff I used to do when I was young. Because, I was a kid. And I did have 3 kids. And I had a house that had a white fence around it. It's funny how stuff I said when I was young is stuff that actually happened. And we were just sitting on the porch playing as kids. You know how you play house on. When I get older, I want this. And when I get older, I want to do that. Or you say, when you get older, I want to be a fireman. Or I want to be a police. Or I want to be a nurse. The stuff we said when we was kids. Everybody didn't never accomplish doing that, but some people did. Even though they was kids, they might already knew what they wanted or what kind of car. I used to say, boy, I give anything to have a Chrysler 300 when I get older. I want a Chrysler 300. I remember when a Chrysler 300 came out. That was the car to aspire to. I just dreamed about driving one. So finally, when I got to the age for the Chrysler 300, I didn't want it no more. Didn't even buy it. Why? Because by the time I could afford to get one, a Chrysler 300 is now considered an older car. You know what I mean? Now, then they got a Chrysler 200. I don't even like Chrysler 200, so I wouldn't have wanted one of those. I grew up with a deuce and a quarter. Oh, that was the car. I grew up with Mustangs. I had me a Mustang, baby. I like the sports types cars. You young, 19, you don't know what a deuce and a quarter is. A Pontiac Trans Am, a Camaro, a Jaguar. Oh, I love sports cars. You know what I'm saying? I like the old antique car shows. Love me a old 57 Chevy. You don't know nothing about that. You gotta be older to understand the things that was out back in the day that are now classic Dodge Chargers, classic cars now. And a lot of young guys get older cars and fix them up and put on them big spinning tires and fix them up, and oh honey, you can't tell them nothing. But that's old school. Old school. They don't have, 8-track now and cassette tapes now too much. Even though I have a cassette player that I bought a little more than a year ago at Boscom, so some people still sell them. But yeah, the old days was the best days. Nowadays, there's a whole lot of mess going on, and the young people are killing each other. Y'all watch the news now? You youngins that's watching me, I just got a question for y'all. Why is the young people got all these guns? And they shooting each other like you playing Nintendo. I remember back in the day when Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and then you had Nintendo 64, and then of course now the Xbox, and then it went up to Xbox this, and then it went up to all of the other PlayStation 1, 2, PlayStation 3, 4, 5. I don't know if it's a PlayStation 6, but that's what the guys did. Now they done took up shooting each other. Gotta get a gun. And the young parents are burying kids. You're burying your kids and your grandkids now. Isn't that sad? It's so sad what's going on in the world now. So I school my grandkids. I don't want my grandkids hanging out in the street. I want them in college. Get a good education. Be something in life. Don't be a follower, be a leader. So I'm trying to teach my grandchildren some wisdom. This is Grandmama Donna's Wisdom Bites channel. I'm trying to teach my 21 grandkids and 2 great grandbabies some wisdom. Don't follow behind everybody. Be your own person. And I have my grandbabies was 7, 8 years old talking about grandmama in school. They teaching us how to be gay and how to be this and how to be that. I said, I know they ain't teaching that in school. How you gonna teach somebody how to be gay? How to see, when I grew up, that stuff didn't exist. When I grew up, never heard of such. I mean, stuff nowadays, some things should not be taught in school. You know what I mean? Whether you want to be gay or straight or transgender, you don't got to teach it to somebody else how to be it. If that's what you are, that's what you are. But don't teach somebody that's proud to be whatever they was born how to be something else. Not to the little kids in school. I don't believe in that. No, 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 no. Don't teach my grandkids that. I think that's crazy. I think it's crazy. You gonna teach me how to be gay? Really? What if I love being a woman? I've been a woman for 63 years. I love being a woman. I love how God created me. I've never desired to be a man ever in my life. I ain't throwing shade to nobody. I've never desired to be a man. I don't know how I could pull off being one, dude. Could you imagine me being one? I can't imagine that. I can't imagine it. But anyway, America is freedom as far as you can be what you want to be. You know what I mean? And that's your prerogative to be what you want to be. But don't try to make somebody that loves who they are become somebody else because you're that. That's not something you should teach to other people. Rob Dunn says, I'm starting to notice men are acting more like women these days. And I think it's because more fathers are leaving their kids. You know that's true, Rob? I agree with you 100%. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of, we talking about just regular men that grew up in my time or even in my son's time because I have a son that's 44. And a lot of the men now are bisexual. They got kids, but they like male and female now. They're like, okay, honey, I'm going out with my dude friend. I know when dudes used to shoot the breeze together and go play crap together, go bowling together, and men would do pool table, shoot pool table together and all that. Men grab a beer or something. But now, I don't understand. And I do know that mothers, and it's sad to say mothers, are raising most of the kids now. The mom got to be the mom and the dad because the daddies are plugging up the women, making all these kids, and then trying to tell the mom, go get a DNA. I don't know if that's my child. It's just sad. It's so sad that the fathers are not really, there are a few good fathers left, but their fathers ain't raising their kids. Fathers ain't raising their kids. They got mama doing everything. And so, sure, we got a lot of mama boys. Mama, my husband's a mama boy. He love his mama, addicted to his mama. Mama, mama, mama. He ain't addicted to daddy because daddy was out in the street having sex, making all kind of kids from every nationality. You know what I'm saying? And so the boys, even my own sons, I got two sons, and they wanted their father to be in their life 100%, but he told them, I don't know how to be a father. Isn't that a cheap answer? What you mean you don't know how? Well, my father wasn't there for me. My father wasn't a father to me, so that makes you not do anything. That's crazy. And thank God my sons are doing okay. They're men. They're not I don't want to say the word punks, but my son are men. But there's a lot of men that want to be women. I mean, it's a lot of men that want to be women. And nowadays, a lot of women want to be a man. Hey, baby, can I take you out? I want to take you out. I had a girlfriend, and we was good friends. We'd do anything for each other, and, I help her with her kids, and we was just cool. We lived right in the same building. And one day she told me, this was many years ago, we talking about at least 20 years ago or 25. She said, Miss Donna, I think I like you. I said, I like you too, girl. You know we cool. She said, no, I mean, I really like you. I said, I like you too. We cool like that. She said, no, I'm talking about I really like you. You really like me? How? She said, I want to cook for you. Now, I'm married and live upstairs. And my husband even helped her from time to time. She said, no, I just want to be your woman. I want to cook for you and do everything for you. We didn't stay friends too much longer. Because I said, honey, I am not interested in crossing over. I like you, but I don't like you like that. So you're not going to convert me over to wanting to be with women because I'm not interested in women. I'm interested in men. And I'm interested in penises, not vaginas. But I'm just saying, Some people are just bold with it. I'm like, really? All them kids you got? I know you ain't trying to change over. I know the men hurt you bad. Because her man, Don, he was cheating and doing all kind of stuff. I understand where she coming from because I went through all the stuff where men cheating and got extra babies on the side, but it didn't make me want a woman. You know what I'm saying? This is a new generation, Betty.
Larry Young News
A new
Selling.
generation. I know E. What? Oh, my gravy. Hello, Larry.
You already doing the video?
Yes, you already know that.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure you good. That's all.
Yeah, we talking about aging gracefully on this video and talking about how a lot of men nowadays got feminine characteristics and some women, you know how, but I was talking about how men were back in the day when I grew up. You know how my daddy worked and mama took care of the kids and raised the kids and all that.
Yeah.
And now men, a little sweet, they want the woman and the man. But anyway, that's all I'm talking about is how times has changed and people changing nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just making sure you alright. You nice and warm in your office. You got your heater on and everything.
Yeah, you know that. You was here.
Yeah.
It's nice in here and toasty. Got this tea. This tea is nice and hot, Larry.
Yeah, I made it. Made it just right. I think I put like 3.5 spoons in there, though.
It's good, too.
Blueberry tea.
Yeah, it's good blueberry tea. But anyway, I'm back to talking to the men and women about how times has changed. How long wasn't no women trying to hit up on me. Remember all that stuff I was talking about back in the day?
Yeah.
Women hitting on you and trying to take you out on a date. And I said I wouldn't want no husband of mine. Remember I said that no husband of mine didn't change from wanting me to wanting a man and hitting on men. Oh, child. Can't imagine that. You telling me one day, Larry, I think I want a man. I'm leaving you for a man. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. Well, I was just making sure you're good. I'm already getting started. About to get started. I'm in my building right now with the vacuum. Got to vacuum this front entrance real quick.
All right.
So, I mean, I always keep my building looking good. So it's not a whole lot I need to do. So I'm just concentrating on my building today. So I'm gonna have it pretty easy.
All right. Well, get back to my video.
All right.
Say hey to the people.
Oh, good morning to you. I didn't say good morning to you.
Good morning. Yeah. All right. Have a nice day.
Yep. You have a blessed day yourself. And I love you. And I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
He just got to come call. He know I'll be doing a video. He just got to be in the video, Larry. But you see, I told him what I was talking about. Because he know I've had these conversations with him. Betty, it's a new generation. Honey, E. Maybe you don't know that. But Freddie, good morning, Freddie. Hey, Freddie. E said, hi, Larry. Freddie said the Bible says it's going to be like this because of the increase of wickedness in the world. The love for one another will grow cold, said the sea. That's true. That is so true, Freddie. It's so true. You know Larry got to find a way to be in the video, Freddie. He got to call me. He know what I'm doing. He comes here to drop off my bag, then he goes and leave and go get the bus to get to work. But you see what I told him we was talking about. I'm just talking about I'm old school. I'm a great grandmother. I got 21 grandkids, two great grandbaby girls. This is a day where I didn't want to wear makeup. I just want to be me, aging gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Yahweh. And this video, I just want to talk about how I feel as a great grandmother. And I school my granddaughters. Because I told you two of my grandkids that was 7 and 8. They said, Grandpapa, do you know what they teaching us in school? And I said, what? They said, they teaching us in school. And I wanted to go up to that school. How to, you can be a girl talking to girls too. Like how to be gay. Don't teach my grandkids how to be gay. Huh? Huh?
I said, why you look mad?
Because I'm on here and I'm telling them that my grandkids 7 and 8 came home one day and said, Grandmama, guess what they teaching us in school? He said, Kalia and then they said, they in there teaching us how to be gay. My grandbaby girls. I said, oh, no. Don't teach my grandkids that. How to be gay, not how to be gay.
Now look at the commercials. They got commercials too, men up, no man.
Yeah, but don't teach that to my grandkids. Hey, Nathaniel and Sherry, Lolly. Y'all say good morning to Larry. Yeah, Larry always call and get in the video. Larry called on his phone because he know the video's on and he want to say hey to the people. So I told him what I'm talking about. Don't teach my grandchildren. I'm from old school. And I said, don't teach my grandbaby girls 7 years old how to be gay. No. And they said in school that the kids had their little cell phones and they showing porn. No, you ain't showing porn because Kalia is 9 now. Kalia said, they in school showing it even on the bus. And they said, look. What you mean, look? And went to their little tablets and pulled it up. Their mom didn't know that stuff was going on, so she took their tablets. I said, I'll be busting y'all's hide, because when I grew up, wasn't no tablets, but my mama wouldn't play no mess like that. How you gonna be 7 and 8 year old in school and they letting y'all watch porn and learning how to be a lesbian or homosexual as a child? You supposed to be getting some education. Where the math class, the English class, social studies, science, and gym. When I grew up, that's how school was. Wasn't nobody in school teaching me about how to be gay, and nobody was talking about that. Matter of fact, it was kept in the closet. You know what I mean? Because my brother Ronnie was gay, but we didn't teach him how to be gay. Party teach you. This world is crazy now. I'm sorry.
I talked to Jeff because Pat told me to tell the contractor starting Monday.
Mm-hmm.
He can't park me.
Oh, okay.
Somebody came specifically, got on the park this truck and came to me. I said, you know me. I'm thinking he bucking up. I said, no, you need to talk to Pat, not me. I don't make the rules. Mm-hmm.
You said priest? That's the priest. Did you listening to me, Aaron? No, I love everybody. I love great gay people. I love straight people. I love everybody. But don't teach my grandchildren how to be gay, okay? I don't care if you say God made you get gay or God created you to be gay, because I know that's what y'all saying, but don't teach it to my grandkids. Because my grandkids are straight. And they go to church and they got the fear of God in them. Even though they cut up sometimes and act the fool. Because they young. They go and cut up, act the fool sometimes. Just keeping it real. I'm great grandma now, so don't stone me. I'm just talking about great grandma. I'm 63, so I'm just being a 63-year-old how I grew up. And I did have a brother that was gay. I didn't ever see where we taught him that though. So I can't say how he got like that. He was always playing with doll babies and stuff when he was little with us. We like, she playing with doll babies for him. My mama buy him tracks and G.I. Joes, and he had two other brothers. He wanted to play with the Barbie dolls and combing hair and all that. What you say, Aaron Jones? You are growing this morning. Oh, growling? Growling. Yeah, honey. Hold a hush. I'm a grandmama. And I believe that I don't judge people. You are whatever you are. You are whatever you are. But don't teach my grandbabies how to be gay. Just don't teach it to my grandbabies. Because my grandbabies only know what we teach them. You got to read that in my book. It's called Saving Our Young Ones. All children are governed by what they see and hear. And you can be taught to do something. Just like Amish people and Indians, certain people in certain cultures are raised a certain way. You feel me? And they do certain things because that's the way they were taught, and they don't watch a lot of television, so they don't see all this stuff that we see because they live in a different society, or they choose to live in a different cultural society, so they don't see a lot of stuff that's going on now. So I don't know any Amish people that's gay, or Indians, or certain Africans. Sometimes people are a product of what they see, and especially television. Television and the internet world can have you being a porn star at 10 years old if you get into the internet world enough. Because everything's out there for you to see, and it's making children grow up before their time. I think a child should stay in a child's place. I think a child should be still watching Sesame Street and learning her ABCs and how to count, and learning something to teach you how to have a trade when you grow old. I don't think no young people should be learning how to be gay or straight. You supposed to be whatever God created you. You have a coochie when you was born, that's what you are. If you had a penis when you was born, that's what you are. I mean, the world's just different. I mean, I just know Jesus is soon to come. I just know Jesus is soon to come because the world ain't the world I grew up in. It's just different. Things are different. Woe unto them who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness. Help. Jesus, help. Ain't that the truth? I agree with you 110%, Freddie. Yeah, that's sad. Make you don't want to have kids in this day and time. Make you not want to have no kids. Because your kids are going to be influenced. Because aren't they influenced by the music industry?
Two damn phones up there.
Yeah, because this is my iPhone, because Larry calls me on this. And I can put this video on this phone
Oh, okay.
and talk to them on that one too. But sometimes I reboot this phone
Oh.
and I can still text them on this one.
Yeah, I gotta wait for Pat to come in because he should have told them. He shouldn't leave it up to us to tell him because one guy came.
Some guy did come over here yesterday and he said, do I park here or do I park over there? He said, I'm doing contracting. I said, "Would you came in that way?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, since you already here, you can just stay here for now." And I told,
I said, because he was the electric company. I said, I'm just letting you know, starting Monday, you guys, the contractors can't park at the train station. He's the only one out of 5 freaking cars that come and say, what did you say?
mm-hmm.
I said, well, you talk to Pat, because I didn't like how he held his shoulders up.
Yeah, because that's what they told me. Remember a while ago, to tell them to park over there. They just said park over there.
Over here Monday, and I told the Pat said, I can't have no more contractors in there starting Monday. I just figured I'd tell him because I know that black motherfucker ain't gonna say.
Yeah, because they went through that with me a year ago.
Alright, thanks, Miss
All right. So anyway, E and Yahweh Aaron, I'm just being straight up as a grandmother, great grandmother. I'm speaking as a great grandmother. My daughter teaches her children how she teach them. I teach my kids how I teach them. My mama taught us how she taught us, and our grandmamas taught us. So we go generations back. And like I said, I had a brother that was gay. And I loved him 110%. Don't get me wrong. I loved him 110%. So this ain't about that, because this is a love channel. I loved him. You don't want your babies in this world. Yeah, I loved my brother 110%. And his name was Ronnie or Ronald. And then all of a sudden he changed his name to Sabrina. I said, Sabrina? He said, yeah. And he started taking hormones and started growing breasts. I said, Ronnie? He said, I'm Sabrina. And because he started taking hormones, so his voice started getting like a woman. I said, Sabrina. I was like, what? Well, that's my brother. I'm like, huh? He said, yeah, look, I got boobs. I'm growing boobs. And he would pull it out and show it to me, and sure enough, it was breast starting to develop. I said, but you got an Adam's apple. I was telling him. He said, yeah, but it's going to go down the more I'm taking these hormones. And I said, well, you still got a penis. And he said, yeah, but I know how to tuck it now. He know how to tuck it. So he would tuck it. I don't know what he did. I didn't say show me how to tuck it. But he tucked it to the point where he pulled his drawers down. I could not see his penis. And then he started having all these men after him. They come to my house because I let my brother stay with me for a little while. And they come into my house and about, where's Sabrina? We want to see your sister Sabrina. I said, I ain't got no sister named no Sabrina. Who? Where's Sabrina? Oh, I don't know no Sabrina. Yeah. You got us. I said, I ain't getting in it. Okay, I'm staying out of it because I'm just staying out of it. But I loved him. I loved him to the day he died. And he developed HIV back when they didn't have the medication for it. And my mama in hospice took care of him in her house at his last days. And you know, my brother said, the one called Sabrina, you know what he said? On his deathbed. He said, I know I'm not a woman. I know I'm not a woman. I know I was born a man. He said, now I knew what I was doing. I shouldn't have been doing it, but I was doing it anyway. And he said, I asked the Lord, forgive me. And I know I'm a man. And I'm going to call myself Ronnie. And my mom had took him to church. He said, I'm giving my life to Jesus Christ. And I know what I am. I know what I am. And he stopped wearing women's clothes, start back wearing men's clothes. But he was already still dying from AIDS. They didn't have a cure for AIDS. He said, but I know I'm a man. Now, he says some things my sister said. I didn't hear him say that. I went over there all the time. But he says some things that I hope that ain't true. But what he told my sister, because she told us, that he said he was molested as a child by a male. And that's how he started getting them tendencies. He was molested. And we never knew this happened. He said, I was molested. And I can't even tell you who he said by, because obviously I know the person. And he said, that's how I started getting them tendencies. But he wouldn't tell nobody. And I was stunned out my mind. Because I wanted to know how he got like that. So if somebody was messing with him as a child, it was easy to understand how he crossed over, where he accepted that as some normalcy. Because I wanted to know from my own brother, how you get like that? You know what I mean? He said, I feel the same. I wouldn't want my son taught how to be gay. It's just not on. That said, teach your children the difference between God and Satan, between good and evil. The Bible says a good man in God's eyes teaches their children the fear of the Lord. Amen. I agree with you 100%, Freddie. He said, that's right, Freddie. That said, he caught HIV. Yep, and that's how he died of HIV, my brother. But he said, I wasn't born like this. I was violated as a child with some man putting his penis in my butt and making me think as a child that was normal. And so I just learned to love men and like men and not women. Good morning, Discovering the Real Beauty. I don't know how I got to talking about this, because I'm just talking about aging gracefully, but I have to talk about my generations and my grandmama and my grandpop and the things they did and how they had other kids on the side, and then it just got into other things. But somebody still needs to hear this. But I'm just saying, me personally, being, because though I got 21 grandkids and 2 great grandbaby girls, and how my daughter raises them and how I raised them, and my mama raised us and my grandmama raised us in church. And I mean, people do what you want to do. It's your life. But like I said, when my girlfriend started talking to me about she wanted to be with me and she wanted a relationship with me and her didn't stay friends. Because I'm like, I don't want no relationship with you. What are you talking about? We friends. But she started wanting me, looking at me for a relationship. Oh, baby, I don't go that way. That ain't even in me to want that. And a lot of people were violated as children. You might say you was born that way, but I didn't know my brother was violated as a child. He only said it on his deathbed that he was violated as a child by a man. As a child. So of course you're gonna grow up like that if you was violated as 2 and 3 years old. You don't know no difference. You think you were born that way. Of course you're gonna say you were born that way. You don't know no difference. And I'm not saying some people don't have tendency. They could have a generational tendency. I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't know. Because I know there are people born with, I don't know how you say it, transgender genitals, where some people are born, they call them hermaphrodites. You born with both sexes. You born with part penis and part vagina. I mean, I don't know what you call that, freak of nature. I don't know what you call it, but there are some people born with cross genders. I mean, I call that transgenderism. Cross dressing. I mean, you know how the person looks like a boy, but he got more vagina and a bigger clitoris, like he has two genders. You know, and there are freak of nature people born that way, and I don't know what to say about that. Because I don't know what they supposed to be. But the average person's not born with two genders or two cross chromosomes. There are people who have cross chromosomes. You know, it's just like children that are born with Down syndrome or born with different things that you didn't expect to be born with. Some people have a third eye, born with extra fingers, and it's stuff that happens. But I don't know what to say. Only God knows the answer to that kind of stuff. Only God knows the answer. Yeah, there's some people out here, that's born with male and female parts, and they're called hermaphrodites. It's in the dictionary for you to look it up. I don't know what you say about them kind of people. Because it's almost like you gotta choose which one you gonna be. I don't know. See, I don't know how to answer that kind of stuff. But I just know in the normalcy, male and female. That's the only thing I can speak about. But only God can tell you who you are. If you got different stuff down there, I don't know. Or they have people that were born Siamese twins and who stuck together at birth, and or you twins and you male and female, but you still twins and you still stuck together, and I don't know. But it's just some things you don't know the answer to. Only God knows. But I'm just talking about straight, regular people. A lot of people have been violated. You know why? Because I was. My mom had female babysitters that used to get on top of me and rub her coochie on my coochie, and I'm just a little child, and she was putting her coochie on top of my coochie, and come to find out many years later that she was doing that to my sisters too. And then you could think in your mind, am I supposed to let women touch me? But I knew that wasn't right. Even as a child, I couldn't be no more than 5 and 6 years old. Probably, I don't even know if I was that old. But I knew in my mind as a child that what that woman was doing was wrong. She didn't have to tell me it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. But she also said, don't tell nobody. That's what they say to kids. So I could have grew up to be like that. But I was strong enough in my faith in God to know not to go that way. So you got to watch your kids and who watches your kids. Because people be touching and violating your children and helping influence your children to be something different. Now, you can be influenced to be something different. Don't mean that's the way you were born. You were influenced. Because everybody's governed by what they see and what they hear. And when people are touching you and violating you, you can become something that you didn't want to become. Hi, Sonia. But it's sad. It's so sad. It's so sad to live in a world where you're violated. And I know it happened in the Bible days. Sodom and Gomorrah, where God destroyed that whole city because people were doing so much sin with the flesh that they were having obesity, that were having sex with animals, and people were just having sex with anybody and anything, and God said it was abomination. He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah back then. So if God approved of it, he wouldn't have destroyed it, because God didn't approve of none of that. He said, can you find 10 righteous people in the whole town and I won't destroy it? Can you find 5 righteous people in the whole town and I won't destroy it? Can you find 2 righteous people in the whole town and I won't destroy it? Well, can you find 1 righteous person in the whole town and I won't destroy it? But they couldn't find none. So God destroyed it and told Lot to take his children and his wife and leave and don't look back, or you'll be turned into a grain of salt. But his wife had to look back, and she was turned into a grain of salt. So, sad. And some things I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Some things I don't want to know. I heard about things, even somebody I knew close to that will let her cat have sex with her and had the dog. You cannot tell me that's right and normal. It's just people, some people has given over to a reprobated mind, I hate to say, but you giving over to seducing spirits to where you giving over to reprobated mind to where you do anything. And you gonna tell me having sex with animals is right? You gonna tell me all this stuff is right? And I just no. Don't tell me that bull crap. That's why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, for that same sin. And you can't call that right. Oh no, you know it's not right. People born looking like half animal and half human. You born looking like an ape. You got hair everywhere. You mating with the apes and it's coming out half human and half ape. And I just, people doing a whole lot of stuff and trying to blame God for why you like you are, putting God in that mess, because God don't tell people to sin. No, he don't. The devil tells you to sin. And I know God's a forgiving God and God's a loving God. But don't use that as an excuse to stay in sin and keep living in sin. That's an excuse. Because God is love. And I did my dirt and I did things in my lifetime that wasn't right. And I always would ask God to forgive me because I knew it wasn't right. I didn't know, I didn't try to make right wrong. I knew what wrong was. Or I wouldn't been asking him forgive me if it was right, right? How you gonna tell God forgive you for something that you know was already right? Don't be a fool. But I'm just saying with my 21 grandchildren, man. So I'm a great grandmother, and this is Grandmom Donna's Wisdom Bites. I'm just talking about me and my beliefs and how I was raised. Okay, everybody wasn't raised the same, so I can't speak for you. But I know my grandmama, my my grandmama's mama, my granddaddy's mom, and all them different generations were raised certain ways. And I do know it was a lot of incest back in the day. Cousins marrying cousins and kissing cousins and all kind of stuff going on. But it still don't make it right. Freddie says Romans 1:24-27. It talks about what you're talking about. Yeah, I believe you, Freddie. Mm. Yeah, about yeah, people messing with animals. And I had an ex-husband that said he had a friend that he was big. His penis was so large that he had to have sex with the cow to release itself. I mean, I believe there are men that have extra large genitals because I've seen it before. But I don't know what the answer for you, because he couldn't hardly find a woman that can accommodate his bigger sexual organs, because he would always put his wife in the hospital. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes there are freaking nature where people were born with things that just ain't quite the normalcy. And I don't know what you do, but I don't think God want them to have sex with animals. I'm just, I don't know. I know it got to be a better way than that. So, when we continue rebelling against God, it says God will eventually give us over to our sinful desires because we choose to exchange the truth about God for a lie. Right. Romans 1:24-27 and NIV. Therefore, God gave them over in the sinful desires of their hearts to sexual impurity for the degrading of their bodies with one another. They exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshipped and served created things rather than the Creator, who is forever praised. Amen. Um, because of this, God gave them over to shameful lusts. Even their women exchanged natural sexual relations for unnatural ones. In the same way, the men also abandoned natural relations with women and were inflamed with lust for one another. Men continued shameful acts with other men and received in themselves the due penalty for their error. And I don't know how I got on this subject, but I know my brother was gay. And I'm just telling you what he said on his deathbed, that he knew he wasn't born gay, but somebody violated him as a child. He said who it was, but I can't tell you that. But he said that made him as a child crave for a penis because he was violated with a penis as a child, and he would start craving that, and that's how he got like that. But he know he wasn't born like that, so he repented, asked God to save him, even though he was already dying. But he said, I know I wasn't born this way. Now, I'm just speaking what he said. All right. And even though a woman was violating me as a child, okay, we could talk about the same thing and use me as example. Even though I was violated as a child with a female, the babysitter, and she violated my sisters. And we never told each other until about 5 years ago. So we kept it a secret all our lives. But we were violated. And yes, I could have had tendencies to want to let women in my older age touch me. I could have went that way because of what she was doing, and I was curious about the vagina, and should I let some other woman do something? Wait a minute, I'm going to reboot this because the devil's sure trying to turn this video off. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to reboot this after I find. Okay, I'm going to find this video right here live. Okay, I'm going to reboot this. Y'all gonna see my other YouTube channel. I have, okay, this is The Life of Miss Donna L. Hall. That's another YouTube channel I have. Y'all could subscribe to that too. I've never text from that because all right, I'm gonna reboot this phone because I know it's trying to cut and act a fool, but it ain't nothing but the devil. Y'all know that, right? Because I'm telling y'all truth. And I'm using, you notice I'm still using my own self. I'm using my own brother. Because he was gay. I'm still using real life situations to tell y'all the truth of what I know. Because I could have had gay tendencies my own self. I could love watching women have sex with women. You feel me? Because of me being violated as a child. Could have made me have those same tendencies. And that don't say I was born like that. I was just violated. Like my brother was violated. And then you can be accustomed to that feeling and continue it into your adult life. Doesn't mean God born you like that. There are hermaphrodites and other people, but I know that you can be given over into your lustful desires. God can give you over unto your lustful desires. He can. But don't let it be said too late. And don't let God turn you over to a reprobated mind, because it's kind of hard sometimes to come back from that. Because he'll give you over to your lustful ways and your seducing spirits and all that stuff that you believe that this is just the way you are. This is just the way it's going to be. And I just want what I want. Well, I don't see nowhere in the Bible that said that's right. And like I was trying to say before the phone started acting up, what I was trying to say, you notice I didn't reboot the phone yet because it's trying to act a little better right now. But I said I got a hole in my vagina, right? And it looks like it's a hole there for a male penis, because how can I be fruitful and multiply with two vaginas? Or how can two penises be fruitful and multiply? So we got to go back to Genesis. We got to go back to the creation. And let me say something while I'm on this. Forget about male and female. Can we just go to the animals? Forget about male and female. Forget about male and female for now. Let me talk to y'all about something. When you see ants, when you see butterflies, when you see a cow, a mule, a donkey, when you see a parakeet, when you see mice, when you see cats, when you see dogs, when you see an elephant, when you see a zebra, a lion, tiger, a bear, or alligator, or any animal ever produced. Have you ever seen a male cat have sex with another male cat? Have you ever seen a female cat have sex with another female cat? Animals automatically know to go after the opposite sex. Even the fish in the sea. The very fish in the sea know to go after the opposite sex of animals and produce and multiply more fish. Whales fruitful and multiply more whales. Dolphins mate and produce more. Forget about male and female, because y'all gonna judge me on male versus female. Let's go to the animals. Have you ever seen two flies mate with the same sex? If you had a dog before, have you ever seen your male dog go try to hump the other male dog? Or does it try to go hump the female dog? Can we just go to animals? You ain't never seen a gay animal. Have you? Have you ever seen a gay animal? Have you ever seen animals having lustful desires for the same sex? No, you haven't. They got enough sense to know that they have to go to the opposite sex naturally. They just know it. Well, how come humans don't know it? But animals got, you trying to say animals got more sense than we got. Exactly. So if animals got more sense than humans, what's wrong with humans? You see, animals don't got to watch TV. The animals don't watch pornography. The animals don't have to do all that stuff to know that they mate with the opposite sex, or you won't be eating no fried chicken, because the fried chicken ain't no fried chicken without chickens. You got to produce more chickens, right? Where them eggs come from? Somebody did something. How did you get the egg? And it wasn't no two male chickens mating with two men. They never happened. It don't happen with animals. It don't happen with animals. So why is it happening with humans? Humans are too smart that they choose And like I said, some people are molested. But if animals got it right, what's wrong with human population? That's why I say use the animals for example. You show me some gay animals. Show me some gay animals. Show me gay animals. Gay cats and gay dogs. Gay birds. Show them to me. Do you know them? Gay fish. Okay. So you saying animals got more sense than human beings got? It's so sad. But at the same time, I know animals aren't violated in the sense of being sexually raped and molested. You know what I mean? But people sexually molest animals, have sex with animals. You know what I'm saying? Did the animal make you have sex with it? So, yeah, God had turned some people over to a reprobated mind. Your conscience is seared. Because he tell you over and over again the truth. And you decide you going to do what you want to do. And you don't care what God said. That's how some people are. I mean, I've struggled with some things, like I said. But I just never crossed over because I was molested by a woman. I never crossed over to being with a woman. Just never did it. And did people try to proposition me to do it? Yeah, of course. They propositioned Jesus, didn't they? But nobody propositions a male cow to be with another male cow. When you see peacocks, when you see ducks and geese, they ain't mating with the same male with male. No, it's female they after. The female knows what to do to kind of get the male peacock interested. They flap and pull out those beautiful, amazing, colorful wings to attract the opposite sex. They never try to attract the same sex. These are animals got more sense than some humans. Ain't that something? So if you want to take some lessons, look at the animals. You know what I mean? Look at animals. They seem to just naturally know what to do. But anyway, I'm just great grandma. I'm just telling my stories. I'm not trying to get you to do anything but hear my stories of what I've learned down through the years and stuff that I've seen. Of having a gay brother myself, so who am I to judge? I'm saying my brother was gay, but I'm telling you what he told me on his deathbed. I just said what he told me. I'm telling you what happened to me. I gotta use my story, lifeofmissdonna.com, is based on my own stories. And that's just the way it is. So we gotta, like the Bible says, watch as well as pray. Because the devil is like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. And he ain't in love with you. He wants your soul to be lost. And God doesn't want us to give heed to seducing spirits. And there are many seducing spirits, but you don't have to take heed to giving over to it. And we got to learn to have the mind of Christ and to ask God to help us to overcome our flesh, because the Bible says there's no good thing in this flesh. And the flesh is always warring against the spirit. And that's just reality. But the dogs and cats ain't warring. Maybe because cats and dogs don't have to get married to have sex. Ain't no cat ever talked and said, let's go to the courthouse and file papers to get married. So animals don't marry. So they free to have sex, but they still have sex with the opposite sex, not the same sex. That's all I'm saying. They just know to have sex with the opposite sex, not the same sex. But humans don't seem to know that your vagina is meant for a penis. And I don't believe that a male's behind was meant for another male's penis. Your behind is meant for poop to come out of it. Am I right or am I wrong? Your butt is made for poop to come out of the excrement of your bowels. That's what your butthole was made for. You know that. Just like a cow that poops, he ain't having no male cow going up in his behind. You know that's unnatural. Well, anyway. But if you find some of the things I'm saying to be interesting by sharing my life and my world of a 63-year-old great-grandmother, and you love the content, which I don't have the same content at all times. I never know what I'm going to be talking about. Then do choose to subscribe to this channel and support Great-Grandmom Donna. As Betty already gives you the information on if you want to be a member of this channel, whatever. Or you can just click on the description about me and read it to learn about me. But you ain't going to learn everything about me, because sometimes the Lord allows me to talk about things I didn't plan on talking about. Okay? And so, because we're living in the last days, I know the Lord's soon to come, whether you believe it or not. I just don't see this world and all the mess going on in this world as a time to go back on God. You know, you need to be trying to get closer to God, not going further away from Him. And out here in this world, and people are going, hustling, bustling, and going to work and doing whatever they doing. But God give you a choice to do what you're going to do. Hey, Tiki Lamb. Good morning, Tiki Lamb. Yeah, well, you can see that it warmed up outside enough for the snow to be melting. It warmed up enough outside for the snow to be melting. And that's great. And it's supposed to be 50 degrees today, y'all. It's supposed to be 50 degrees today. So our snow is melting. And the ice. And I thank God for that. And people are going to work. A lot of people are crossing the street. They work over at the building Chase right across the street. And this is the bus terminal right across the street. The bus terminal. So yeah, you can see the ice is pretty much melted, which is great. Now, oh, it's after 8 and I forgot. I done got heavy into my discussion that I gotta put this food away. I forgot I gotta put this stuff in the refrigerator. I'm trying to open this without tearing it. This bag. Alright. So yesterday we went to the Riverfront Market. And these are some plantains that I told y'all about. Plantains that I bought. Alright. And I got a piece of, see, this is the Peruvian place. Their food is made a lot different than how we cook. Okay, they're plantain. They don't have greasy food. And this is cornbread, but this is not the regular cornbread. This is Peruvian cornbread. And it's made with corn. I taste a little teeny crumb of my husband's. It is not made like regular cornbread. This has a lot of real corn in it. And I have a 4-ounce piece of Peruvian chicken. Is not fried chicken. You feel me? It's just a piece of almost like rotisserie chicken, I guess I'll say. Sort of like rotisserie chicken. And this is my apple juice. So I can show this to y'all. Okay, so I have 4 ounces of Peruvian piece of chicken. 4 ounces. Okay, that's right serving. And this is my plantain that the Peruvians fix us. That's plantain. Alright. And it's pretty good. My husband got the same thing to take to work as I got. Now, this ain't nothing I'm used to getting. And I probably won't eat a lot of this. But to taste it, I think it only costs $2. But this is made with mostly corn. I don't think they make it the same way as Americans do with all that cornmeal. This is a lot of corn, and tastes slightly different than how we make cornbread. It's not made with a bunch of butter and stuff. So, it's just different. Very different. But I remember eating Peruvian food one time when I was losing weight, and I lost a lot of weight eating Peruvian food. Um, it's costly, but their food is pretty good. And that's where I get my black beans. When I want to eat black beans instead of protein or whatever, them Peruvian black beans, and they have Peruvian other beans look like pinto beans. They even make their own juices, and they do have rice. I just don't hardly get rice, but they have pretty good food, vegetables, stir fried vegetables, and their food is pretty good. Peruvian food, and it's only a 2 to 3 blocks from where I work at the Riverfront Market, and they have pretty good food. So as you can see, I won't even be eating the dry fruit today. Said plantains are yummy. I like Peruvian food, tiki. Their children, I mean, their children. Okay, I'm still waking up. Their chicken, their chicken, their chicken is delicious, in my opinion. Oh, okay. But I'm gonna put this stuff in the refrigerator. It's supposed to have been in the refrigerator. But I got to talking and forgot to do it. And my tooth, I don't know, I was chewing the chicken yesterday because for dinner I had a quarter piece of that chicken. I had some plantain. That's what I had for dinner. And somewhere it seemed like, I don't know if it was a piece of bone my tooth hit, or you know how you chew on something that made it feel like my tooth cracked in half, or felt like it. I heard something crunch, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Save my mouth, Lord, because honey, I don't want to be gumming stuff. Come in. Come in. Come in. It should censor unlock. Yeah, trash.
So I'm going to need to get the other one up.
Okay,
And
and
I'll-
you done, can you put them both back down?
Absolutely,
Okay, thank you.
of course.
I didn't know you were talking about that.
Yeah, those doors.
Okay, the guy have to um do some work on the gates because the trash truck already came. So y'all see him at work. Oh, I gotta put this stuff in the refrigerator. Somebody knocked on the door, but I gotta put this stuff in the refrigerator, y'all. All right, all right. So anyway, y'all, thank you for 20 likes. I appreciate y'all watching my channel, even in the background. You know, some people watch me don't necessarily click like or respond by comments, but you still watch me. But I appreciate you that watch me. And like I said, I'm a great grandmom. I'm age 63, almost 64, June the 8th. I have 21 grandchildren, 2 great grandbaby girls. If you click on the link in the description about me, you'll see that I am a licensed evangelist. Okay? You'll see that I have my own website, thelifeofmissdonna.com, which you can click on that website and you'll have over 200 posts to read of things to encourage, inspire you. And you'll learn more about me. You'll see some of my family, the things that I like. And also, my book is on the link in the description. It's called Laughter in the Rain by Donna L. Hall. That would be me. And if you click on that link, it'll take you straight to Amazon.com where you can purchase my book, which is very inspirational. It's a collaboration of writings and short stories to help guide you in the right way and to give you hope that no matter what you are going through in life, that God can help you through that. And also, I have a Cash App in the link in the description. And if you click on the link now, you used to didn't have a link for Cash App, but now in my description, I have an actual link to Cash App. And if you click on the link in Cash App, it goes straight to my Cash App account. You don't have to have an account now. Not when there's a link, you don't have to have a Cash App account at all. And you can donate to my Cash App directly. Okay? And also, don't worry about the Facebook because that's not me. There's more than one Donna Hall on Facebook, so that's not me. But also at the bottom, I have a new post office box. For those of you that requested the P.O. box, I have a new post office box for anybody want to send gifts or whatever. My post office box is 9547. Wilmington, Delaware, zip code 19809. I hope I said that right. And it's for you guys that requested it. It cost me $122 for 6 months. So I hope y'all utilize it because I didn't want a post office box. I don't want to get a post office box if y'all are not going to use it because that's wasted money. But if y'all going to use it, then my P.O. box is 9547.
I need help getting in. My badge isn't in.
Oh, okay, I'll let you in. Hold on. Oh, okay.
All done.
Thank you.
Yep.
So yeah, I had to let somebody in. I'm at work, y'all. But anyway, I thank you guys that support me. I have uploads too, not just live videos. I have uploads, over 1,200 uploads or more. Do watch. Matter of fact, it'd be good if you go back to the oldest videos and watch some of my old videos how I first started the channel, the stuff I first start talking about. And those are good videos. And to comment on them. And you'll see what my whole channel is about. It's not about one thing. It's about many things. So I would like for you guys to support me. Okay? And some of my videos you get to see my grandchildren. Some of my grandbabies. And how I would take the family out to restaurants. And I have videos of at the park in the summertime and loving the geese and things I love, and shopping and doing the various things. Cooking at home and doing hair, makeup, all kind of things. Church, Bible study. My channel is made up of a lot of various things I do. So it's not about no one thing. You feel me? And I give testimony. I talk about dreams and visions the Lord has given me down through the years. And so many things that help encourage people to, it's okay to be a grandmom. It's okay to be a grandpop. It's okay to be aging gracefully. Don't apologize for getting older. If you live long enough, you're going to get older. Unless you choose to want to die young. Why wouldn't you want to see your children's children? Why wouldn't you want to see your grandchildren or your great-grandchildren? That's your legacy. You know, leave a legacy for your family tree. Everybody wants to stay young forever. Just do what God created you for. Concentrate on that. What did God create you to do on this earth? Then get to doing that. Whatever your gifts and talents are, work on them. It's got to be something you can tell somebody to help make the world a better place to live. Because there's too much negativity in this world. Everybody can do something to make the world better. You don't got to believe everything I believe. I was just sharing with you how I grew up. I was just sharing with you how my mama and grandmama and granddaddy and great-grands raised us in the church. I'm sharing my point of view. You might have grew up a different way. Maybe you weren't molested and maybe you weren't abused. Maybe you just want to be whatever you want to be. That's your choice. God gave you a choice. I'm not knocking your choices. I'm telling you how I believe and what my choices were. And, you know, I chose to avoid some things that I could have done, even though I still made some negative choices. You know, that's life. But anyway, y'all have a blessed and amazing day. It's a lot of people starting to come in now. I'm at work. So y'all have a blessed and amazing day. Wherever you go, make sure you take the Lord with you and allow the Lord to become your constant companion, because we get sidetracked by a lot of things you see in this world. You get sidetracked by all this stuff come on TV. There's a whole lot of influences to get you to do wrong, but you don't have to give in to everything wrong you see. You got to make your own mind up. You know what I mean? You don't have to do everything you see. Choose to do something right. Don't you want your children to see you doing something right? You don't have to do everything negative. Thank you, TK. I appreciate you so much. You know I'm going to be TK way up. I'm going to be looking for you all the time. You know that. I'm going to be looking for you, TK. Discovering the real beauty. But yeah, we just love one another. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm just sharing my story and my journey with you guys. And forgive me if I sound like I was judgmental, but I have nothing against gay people. I told you my brother was. I just told you his story and how we believe and what he believed and what his truth was. I'm just saying my family. That's why I'd like to use myself as example of my family. So I won't say what I heard. I'm just speaking facts on my family or our point of view, how I was raised. Okay? Now you was raised different, then you might have a different point of view. Thank you, Tiki. And watch some of my old videos back a couple years ago. And y'all watch some of the ads because a lot of people aren't watching none of the commercials or the ads. And that's how I get paid, supposed to be, on, this is a monetized channel, right? This is a monetized channel. And we get paid through Google AdSense, where it has to do with the ads. But a lot of people click and go past them ads. They don't even watch them. And so the revenue gets real low. Now, last month, only about 15% of the revenue came from the ads. That's very low. 15% could be only like $25. That means a lot of people don't watch the ads at all. But if y'all can watch them, I don't care if you watch half of an ad. It helps me. They only give us something once a month and they take taxes out of it. And then YouTube gets a certain percentage. We talking about a good percentage, like 40%. So I only get whatever's left. So try to watch. You know what I mean, Tiki? Because I know a lot of people don't know this. There's no lot of money I get from YouTube. They pay taxes on whatever I get. And then they get their cut. Because YouTube ain't in business if they don't get no money. So they get like 40%. They pay taxes. Well, they probably get 45, 50%. I don't know. Then they pay taxes and then I get the rest. It's called a royalty. You know what I mean? And I know because I had to file taxes a couple weeks ago. I have to pay. You would think they take taxes out and then they get their big cut. Then I still got to pay taxes off of whatever I got. I made all of last year. I'm telling y'all, the whole last year on YouTube, I made $1,800. I'm telling it to you. I never told y'all this, but the whole year they said my royalties were $1,800 for the whole entire year. That's not a whole bunch of money. And if I make more money from my my fans giving love tokens or fruit gifts. I make more money from y'all than I make off of YouTube, period. You feel me? Because if I don't make $100 a month, they don't give me anything. I got to wait till another month. Say I only got $35 for the end of the month. Then I have to wait to the next month, and if it's $35 more, that's $70. Then I got to go into a third month till it gets up to $100. Then they'll send me a check. That's how it goes. So if y'all don't watch the ads or don't give, I don't get anything. Or if you're a member of the membership club, then that's a way for me to get something. But I don't get 100% of anything y'all give me because I got to pay taxes. They pay taxes first and they get their percentage, which is Google AdSense for YouTube. And then I get the remainder. That's how it goes for monetization. So if you get a channel and it gets monetized, which is 4,000 watch hours, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. Once you get monetized, you have to first file a tax form. No, you can't go through monetization. You got to go through verifying your address and all this bank account information. It's a process to get monetized. So they have all my information, my tax The IRS has to approve this channel first. So the IRS already know about me doing this. That's why you got to file taxes with the 1099 form and all this stuff. So it's not as simple as it sounds. It's a process to having a monetized channel. But of course, we got channels on YouTube that have content or commercials, or they selling products, and they do stuff where they make a lot more money. I'm just great grandma. I'm just speaking my truth. But there are people that have big channels with all this cosmetics and professionalism, and they sell kind of stuff and do U-hauls or hauls, and they make tons of money. You know what I mean? But I don't make that kind of money. What I'm going to be sharing with y'all periodically what I get, so y'all know. This is just the love of me, because I see y'all as family, and I love being honest. And like I said, I think I'm a very different type person, and I have different type contact. I don't plan to be like nobody. I'm just sharing my story and my journey. And I hope to encourage many people, especially to get to know the Lord Jesus Christ. And know that there's some good people still left in the world. And even if you are a grandmama or great-grandmama or grandpop, you don't have to stop living. Keep on living, keep on moving, and make the most of the life that God gave you. Okay? I love you guys. You have a blessed and amazing day. In Jesus' name. And I love you even if you don't love Jesus. I still love you. But God loves you more. Okay? Bye-bye.